It's the YT and Chris Show, SA Bros.
Yes. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Chris. How are you, my brother?
I'm lekker, my boot. I just had an awesome lekker bra. I chat some ribbitjies and some millie, and now I'm ready to like check out the other brother we got on tonight, man.
Yes, it's what a power brother we've got tonight. He's one of the top bros we've got.
A legend, and what an all-round lekker fun guy to chat to. Even the chat we had like previous to going live was already so lekker, man. I have such a lekker time.
Yeah, so yeah, guys, we are basically ready to go live with Darren Simpson. Guys, if you are watching, here we go. And welcome to Mr. Darren Whackhead Simpson. What's up, brother?
We're going through a cloud.
Going through a cloud. There we go. That's how you do an entrance. Like back in the day.
You've caught me while I'm having a bra, gents. You've caught me while I'm having a bra. Check this out, yeah. Check that out.
Check it, bro. Dude, you bra like a burkia.
There we go.
Yeah. Well, here's the question. All right. One thing I learned when I moved to the Western Cape. Yeah. Briquettes is gone. Briquettes, no more. That's it's the soap pills choice.
That's right. Correct. But why in Joburg? Oh, wait, you were in the south, so that's why it was briquettes there and not
briquettes, yeah.
Not wood. Yes. No, beautiful. Yeah. So what you got there for us? What are you buying for us tonight?
By the way, before I tell you that, do you have any cigarettes for me? I'm on my last 3.
We can organize with the Joburg. You can organize. It's going to be illegal, but we can operate for you. We'll make a plan.
It's only illegal if you sell it. If you give it, and I know, YT, at your pub, you've got a whole smoke machine there, brother.
Not anymore.
Fly up to Joburg. We'll have a chufi. I'll have a smoke with you. How's that?
Okay. Lekker. So yeah, tonight I'm buying chicken wings.
Chicken wings.
Yeah. That's it.
Beautiful.
I'm on rations, brother. I'm on rations. 1 wing per family member. That's it.
Yeah. Now tell me, what will happen when the meat is done, D? I know you and I know your family very well. You won't eat green stuff, but will Sammy and Nate and Cruz, will they eat the green stuff?
Yes, they all eat that because remember, I consider chicken a salad.
Yes,
yeah, it is a vegetable, yeah.
Yes, and then the steak is the meat, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do when your salad runs out?
I don't know, eh? I think the chickens are also on lockdown. But then maybe I'll become a vegan. I don't know. And I'll start eating the garden.
Don't they have those bosduiven there in the Cape where you just klets a thing with a ketty and you can just pull the feathers off? You got good meat there.
A bosduiven. I've never heard that before, but I'm sure it's tasty.
It's a bush pigeon. You can slat it with a ketty and then you can cook lekker.
Sounds amazing.
And then
what spice you put on that?
Gooi any spice on that thing, dude. They taste like cock either way. So you can just, I don't know, salt and pepper, my brother.
Yeah. So listen, just all jokes aside for 1 second, I would like to say that Chris and myself with our brand new show have had some awesome, the last 2 nights, we've had awesome stuff where people launched either a new song or a new rap song or whatever. And now we got you and we the very first interview, radio, TV, whatever you want to call us, channel that got to interview after you won the SA Radio Show Presenter of the Year Award. And I'd just like to show everybody and send out a big congratulations. Congratulations, Darren. Well done.
Congratulations.
Thank
you. Man.
Breakfast show.
Thank you very much.
Commercial winner, Darren Simpson, KFM 94.5. Big up, brother. Well done. Absolutely stunning. You did extremely well and you deserve it. You've done so well in all the years since we've been working together. And yeah, it's absolutely amazing that you did it. So well done, bud.
Nah, thank you. I appreciate it. I got it today. Obviously, it's normally a big black tie event that happens at Sandton Convention Centre.
Yes.
Yeah.
But because of Auntie Rona, it's been cancelled. So
yep.
They did an online thing, and that was it. Yeah. So I'm the champion for another year. It's awesome.
How many times have you won it now?
Twice in 3 years.
Twice in 3 years. Yo, 2 out of 3.
Beginning, man.
Yeah, so it's been good, man. It's been good. Yeah. So thanks.
Oh no, absolute brilliant, brother. And you know what? In this interview, we're gonna talk and tell stories of some of the shit you and I have done together throughout the years. How long has it been? About 16, 17 years. You and me have been working together, huh?
Yeah, about that. But after keep it only the good ones for this, because you know, my reputation can be ruined.
Nah, don't worry. It's not going to go that deep. It won't go that deep. The after hour stuff that you and I get to when we switch the lights off. Don't worry.
Yeah, when it gets dark, you know, it's what happens in dark times stays in dark times.
What happens at Whackhead's house when Whitey is there stays there. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All I have is a leftover bottle of 3 leftover empty bottles of Ricky Lowe. That's it.
That's my favorite stuff, dude. I'm a Ricky Lowe supporter. But Darren, before we even start, I see we got all our fans on the show already. We've got Debbie here that says, "Hi there, guys. Question to Darren: do you remember the early days in Kempton Park, the Dubliner? Check this.
The Dubliner.
Dubliner.
Yes, I do. Yes. So hold on, Chris. What is the capital of Ireland? Is it Dublin? It's the Dubliner, not Dubliner.
It's the Dubliner,
Irish pub.
The Irish pub in Kempton. I don't know if you can call it Irish pub in Kempton, though.
Yeah, true. Yes, I do remember. We used to do stand-up comedy shows there, man. Yo, those are the early days. Good stuff. Yeah.
Nice
and if you weren't funny, then you'd go out in the car park and get moord. You'd get the shit smacked out of you.
Yeah, that's East Rand. That's East Rand for you, buddy. That's East Rand.
Yeah. That's why they said Dubliner, because it's the only thing you can say without teeth.
Dubliner.
You can say it like that, Dubliner, bro. There's no problem.
Yeah, that's what he's now used to. Yeah, so just
Lawrence van der Heever, how's it, brother? I miss you too, man.
You know who Lawrence van der Heever is?
No idea.
It's Kenneth's brother. You know, Big Kenneth that used to come with the shows to me. You've pranked him a few times. Not pranked him. You made fun of him, and he's always sat in the splash zone at the clubs and so on. He's a good mate of mine. Big guy, solid guy.
Yes. I know you're talking about. Yeah. Okay, so it's what?
Yes, but we don't know him as Lawrence. We know him as Toes. Toes. That's what people know him.
That's a fine line when you say that.
When you're drunk and you're trying to call Toes, that must get exciting, eh?
You know most, brother. You know most. That's how it runs.
By the way, have a look. It's just gone dark here in Cape Town. It was light a second ago. Yes. Now it's dark. There's a little bit of a horizon there.
That was quick. Wow.
Yeah, that's Cape Town for you. Here's another one from Warwick James, also one of our listeners and a friend. He says, "Manne, vra vir Darren wie ek is. Ek was deel van sy prank competition gewees op 947. Warwick, ek dink nie hy gaan onthou nie, maar ja, he was part of your prank competition many years ago that you did on 947 or back in the 94.7.
Okay.
But
there were so many that entered. I'm sorry, I don't remember Warwick, but there were so many that entered.
Yeah,
but I'm sure it was good.
Yeah,
it was. There were a lot of good entries there.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it was. One of the guys that kept on sending in pranks was, the boxer Chris van Heerden.
Yes. He's actually, I think he's friends with Chris van Heerden. I think they're very good friends, if I remember correctly.
Is it? Because Chris's brother used to send in like a prank every single day. He used to prank the whole family.
It is his brother.
Family. Ah, okay. So it is.
Warwick.
Yes, no. Warwick, your pranks were the best of the lot, brother. Absolutely, man.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, me and your brother, your brother and I, we're still in regular contact, man. And just such a good oak. And sorry about your dad, man. That was hectic. But yeah.
Yeah. And that's me, Owens. Say, well done, Warwick. So there you go.
Memorable, Warwick, memorable.
So that's awesome that you remember him, Darren. Well done. Now listen, Darren, before we're gonna go on to the more of the listeners and viewers' questions, we put together our own questionnaire, but I'm not gonna ask you stupid shit like where you were born. We know you were born by the coast in that shitty dorpie called Pinetown or wherever it was you were born. So we're gonna rather get into some more fun stuff, like the first time you were drunk. Tell us that. I know you had to have been drunk once in your life.
No, let me tell you this story. My mates and I, it was Pinetown. Yeah. We were my best mate Kevin. We were about 15, so we thought like, blue sambuca. Remember that Zappa sambuca?
Yeah, what we do.
That was the in drink. So we went and got a fake affidavit. Let me not incriminate myself here. My brother went to go and buy, who was of legal age. He went to go buy us a blue sambuca. And we didn't, the first time we drank, we didn't know how potent this stuff was. So on the way walking to the jail, we drank the entire bottle of sambuca between the two of us. I tell you, we didn't even make it into the jail because we were drunk. And you know, you catch green. You catch green. No, actually, you catch blue, but the next day you cuck green.
Yeah.
You wanted the story. I'm just facts.
That's brilliant, Chris. I love that, the fact that we've got one of these stories, because what would happen to you if you've told that story on KFM that you cucked green to 2-3 million people listening? The word, you have to say the word green. It would go down very well.
No, I say the word cuck a little bit. It's kind of allowed.
It's accepted,
Yeah, it depends on what context.
Yeah.
You know, like, hey, that was cuck, man. It's fine.
Or the typical traffic.
Hey, it's cuck traffic, you know, it's fine. You get away with it.
And if you say, you know what, I cucked green all over the show. There was green cock on the seat and green cock everywhere.
There's groen cock oral.
Green cock, bro.
If you've got babies, if you've had any babies, then you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
And you're lying there outside the club in the fetal position, so you actually feel like a baby too.
Dude, you know what? I think I know so many acts that after, because everybody had that sambuca incident in high school. It happened to everybody. And then for like 5 or almost 10 years, you can't drink. You smell sambuca or just licorice. You're like, I
can't. I've never been back. I've never had blue sambuca. Like you say, licorice, all sorts. As soon as I get that smell, I start cutting green again. Just from the smell.
My no-go drink was Amarula. I actually abused it the one time in a game park somewhere. I think it was Pilansburg. There was no beer, so we bought 6 bottles of Amarula. We drank it out in half an hour, and I cotched Amarula for the rest of the night. And every time I smell that stuff, you know that feeling that you got with the green jelly bean. That's you get. So that's my no-go is Amarula.
But for a big macho guy like you, that's quite a potent drink, Amarula.
Yes. Okay, all right. Let's go drinking.
You know what, Whitey? You know what that's like? It's like putting 93 unleaded in a V8.
Yeah.
It's not going to do anything.
Whitey, did you cock green afterwards, bro? If you didn't cock green, it wasn't potent enough.
No, I cocked fudge. There you go. Amarula fudge. Anyway, Darren, check this one out from Chris Swanepoel. Do you remember this one? Still want to thank you for letting my boy Tyler to meet you and let him be on the 947 studio. Do you remember him when I brought Chris and his lighty day and you guys took pictures with him with Brad and Felicity?
Yes,
and
Chris.
Yes.
Chris wears glasses,
Yes,
Chris wears glasses.
Yeah.
I remember Chris from the old days, those Kempton Park days, where he was driving us around in his old Opel Kadett.
Yes.
I think it was an Opel Kadett.
The
It wasn't
memories.
Yeah.
it was a Honda, one of those Honda Ballad
Yes.
AMG things. That's it.
All I know is it was a shit car. That's all I know.
In Kempton, a Honda is like a Merc, but if you're in Kempton, a Honda is like a Mercedes, bro.
Oh shit, that
No,
was funny.
good times, man. Nice to hear from you, Chris. Good times,
Yeah,
brother.
that is good. Now listen, I just want to tell a quick story. Of to give the guys a bit of a indication of how we started. That first time I phoned you to come and help us do a show. I think you just started on the Rude Awakening with Jeremy Mansfield. Am I correct? Roughly. You were still living in Fort Worth
Yeah,
with that
yeah,
Psycho Blondie. That you remember Psycho Blondie? I can't remember her
Yes.
name.
Yes.
Yeah.
Psycho
Yeah,
Blondie.
let's not name it. Man.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I remember we came to pick you
Bad
up in
times.
Four Ways. In Four Ways, it was Troy and myself. We came to pick you up and to come and do a show with us in Pretoria. The place was called Good for Fellas. Do you remember that?
Mm. Yeah.
The money was cut. Now, obviously, you as a big shot celebrity and everything, the money is so much better back in the day. Obviously, not now during COVID-19, but back then, what did we pay you? It was something silly, like $1,000 or something.
50 Rand.
50 Rand.
50
There you
Rand.
go. And
Yeah.
because Pretoria Dutchman.
Whitey were big payers. Whitey has always been a big payer.
Made it rain, but
It was 50 Rand, and I got transport.
and you got the garage pie at the Sassel afterwards. When we were
Yeah,
from.
exactly.
Remember that?
Because I'd say, listen, but if you're going to pay me $50, you better come and pick me up, because that's not even enough petrol money. Enter Chris in his cut car.
And he's on the blood.
And I would sit in the back like a damn Uber. and Whitey would sit passenger, and obviously he's almost sitting on the back seat, but in the front seat because he's 7'10".
yeah.
So then my legs are like I'm like in economy on Mango.
That's the only class I fly because I actually sit comfortable in that. Me and White is like Laurel and Hardy, dude. It's the funniest thing.
Yeah, Chris is
So are you actually standing up, Chris? Are you standing up?
Yeah, no. Look, last night I had a fight with a midget and nobody pulled me off, but that's how small I am.
What is this? What is this? Hold on, what is this?
I don't know.
This is Chris at the bar at Winston's.
That's pretty spot on, man.
Oh, that's brilliant. Darren, just to quickly get back to that original story, when you drove with us, weren't you shit scared that Troy and myself were going to rape you, being you this little fucking 5 foot nothing little dweeb, and 7'11" Whitey and 6 foot whatever 10 Troy? Were you a bit scared? That your pooper might be opened up nice and wide?
No, I was never scared. You aren't as you aren't as threatening as you guys look at.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not one of your South boys. Anyways, to get back,
he's a cuddly, soft teddy bear. This Chris. I don't know what he's told you. I don't know what stories he's told you. He hasn't beaten any oaks up. He's done nothing.
Dude, I'm in the same boat as you. I think he's the biggest, loveliest teddy bear. I love this man. I just want to cuddle and hug him every time I see him, man.
Gangster tattoos. Look there. I've got gangster tats. Look.
Yeah, you've tried so hard to make yourself look tough, Whitey, but you're the furthest thing. Then why don't you get some prison tattoos and some facial tattoos? You'll still not look threatening at all.
Get a teardrop and I don't know, something in your neck.
How are you going to see my neck with all this fucking ginger stuff in the way, huh?
I don't know.
Yes, like that beard is beautiful. Man. You know that you're supposed to shave your beard now with COVID-19, eh?
No.
You know how much? Do you know how much coronavirus is sitting in that beard right now, Whitey? Amongst the bighorn bite crumbs, amongst the little chip crumbs, a bit of basting salt from the ribs you had yesterday. That beard is the science experiment.
Yeah, it's my beard is weaponizing the COVID-19 right there. It's weaponizing. I'll shave my beard the day you shave your head off, okay? your hair off.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to even make that choice because if you have a look here, brother, I've only got about 7 haircuts left.
Dude,
And then it's gone. Then it's over.
in Afrikaans, we call that a vleiskuif.
Yeah.
It's a meat fringe.
A flight.
A vleiskuif. It's a meat fringe. It's beautiful.
Hey, listen, I need you to tell me, do you think these coals are ready? I'll just flip my camera around.
Those ones, dude, they're
My
perfect.
coals are
You better,
dying.
no, you better get that flies on quickly. That thing's gonna go quick, but it's just chicken wings. Yeah.
Yeah, this thing's dying.
Oh, you better gooi some wood on there so we can talk some
Yeah, and you know, it's taking me. Yeah, you know, with the wood, it takes like 2 hours to get the thing ready.
Yeah.
And you don't drink beer, so that doesn't help because the point of a braai is to sit around the fire, enjoy a beer and just enjoy. But yeah, no praat kak met ons.
Yeah.
And your fire just died. But that's still a thing.
Yeah, it's Whitey's fault that your coals went dead. We're talking such lekker kak now that you know it started with green kak and now we're talking about how kak your coals are now.
I got some stuff here as well happening.
Let's check it.
I got a lot of stuff happening.
No, we'll play a bra next time, huh?
I'm throwing some wedges here, brother. Some wedges.
There we
Massa kind.
Okay.
Potatoes and wings. Yeah, all you need now is patats, and then you're on.
You know, we just got a tour of one. Isn't there like a celebrity TV show where the guy walks around his house showing his house off? That's what we just had, isn't that?
Cribs.
Darren, one of your celebrity buddies has a show where they show off their houses.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, my house is nowhere near big enough for that, So listen, I'm gonna put the chicken on while we're talking.
Beautiful.
Yeah, gooi milies.
Yeah, we'd love to see how Darren Whackhead Simpson braais his chicken wings. But show us your magic spice.
No, not his chicken wings. How he braais his salad.
Yeah. His vegetables.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, and you know this is pressure now because every oak braais the best, eh?
Every oak's gonna judge you now.
I expect a lot of hate in the comments section. Kyk hierdie ou. Hy weet nie wat hy doen nie.
Yeah, so guys, please tell us what you think of Darren's braai. So what is he doing right? What Itari doing is wrong? Tell us, guys. Let us see what you guys have to say.
Yeah. I'll surprise you yet.
Are you putting it on like a fold over grid first?
You didn't see anything.
Okay, no.
I won't.
We won't judge
I will not answer that question because I'm sure that's not allowed as well, eh?
Yeah, it's not allowed. That's very unmanlike.
Yes, sir.
Maar it's lekker convenient, Papa.
Yeah. Lekker convenient, especially when you've got a phone in the hand, eh? But that's still not an excuse. Liz is saying here the chicken is going to be biltong now.
Yeah. Hey, Liz, I'll do my best here. I'll do my best. But, you know, generally, I'm not a bad cook. Eh? My wife is the best, obviously. But generally, I can handle myself there. Just picky, spicy. So,
which one's
this is not the secret.
No, that's the traditional. Yes,
yeah.
Portuguese chicken. Portuguese.
Yeah. But this is the basics, eh? This is the basics. I've still made a hell of a base thing that's coming on after this.
But you got to get those wings on that fire. You can put the spice on the fire.
Yeah, okay, there we go. It's on.
Now we're
can you hear the sizzle?
Not yet, but now we're braaiing, but now it's lekker.
Daar's hy. Nou gaan ons braai. Die woorde van my maat Barry Hilton. Yeah.
Darren Warwick is writing here. You must prank your wife and scream saying you're on fire.
Yeah.
What just time comes out?
Yeah, man. So how many people are even watching this?
We're currently on 11. We're waiting for the other two to come to push to 13, eh?
I'm doing this for 11 people.
For 11 people. but some other oaks are brothers with SA boxes and shit. So it's real. It's for good cause.
Actually, if I have to take my mom,
Yeah,
my
yeah,
dad, my brother, my girlfriend, and my dog off, you've only got 2 people watching, and it's myself and Chris. So sorry.
Well, yeah, that's my fan base.
Yeah.
I think I think I have to lower the spread. Yeah,
Yeah, no. That chicken needs to get very close to those coals, but
Yeah.
yeah. Does a
Right
no-
now, you can leave it on the fold over. Let me quickly throw it out to our listeners, guys. Ask us questions. Ask a question to Darren while we wait for your questions to come in. We will ask him something. So something like, "What are your guilty pleasures, Darren? If you've got any,
cigarettes.
oh,
is that a guilty pleasure?"
oh.
Yeah, but it's a sip habit, isn't it? I don't drink. You know that about me. I don't drink
Yeah.
any alcohol. Yeah,
So-
not for any particular reason. I just don't. I've never. From that
Well-
Sambuca.
That's what I thought.
So let me ruin your life again quickly. Guess how many you've got left?
How many what left?
Cigarettes.
Cigarettes. Yeah, now I've only got 3 left.
Yes, I just
So
fuck your life up
exactly.
there a little bit.
Fucking
No,
hell,
no,
it's
I
3
know, I
cartons.
No. It's 3 boxes actually. Because
Okay,
I'd planned for 3 weeks of lockdown,
Yeah.
and then we got extended by 2 weeks.
Mm.
So then I started to slow down a bit,
We're in the
which is a
same
good
boat.
thing.
I'm lucky. I was a
Yeah.
prepper, so this is what I'm smoking now. Can you check it?
Oh man.
Oh,
Oh,
man,
man.
pas op pipe, bro. Listen, without a smoke, I think I would have murdered my wife, the neighbors, the dogs, everything that breathes would have died here.
Nah, I'm sure. But it's
Yes.
the struggle is real. It's real. I don't know why
Yeah.
they've banned the cigarettes. It makes
I
no
don't know.
sense.
I have no
Yeah.
idea. They can ban the dope. I'm with you on that. I love dope, but if they only banned dope, there wouldn't have been all these break-ins into the bottle stores and stuff. Because if they've got any idea, a guy without a smoke is a weapon.
Yeah. No, for sure. And a guy
Listen,
smoking weed is not a weapon at all.
Not a weapon at all.
He's the most chill person on earth. Now, Darren,
Yeah.
Chris and myself show, this is an award-winning show, am I right? This is like one of the best shows you've ever been on, am I right?
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
This
So what?
and I've been on all of them. And
Yeah,
this,
you have.
this without a doubt. My
Yeah,
highlights.
you've been on Jimmy Kimmel and everything. So look at the class of our watchers' questions. Check this question out. Why do you look like de Villiers? How do you answer why
Yeah.
you look like somebody? That's award-winning shit right there.
Yeah, why do I? Like, it's my fault. Like, yeah, I don't know. You know, but I tell you, it's something that a lot of people say. So when I was in two instances, happened to me in Dubai and it happened to me in New York.
Yeah.
So in New York, it was at the time of the World Cup, the Cricket World Cup, the last one. And I was in the taxi, and this guy, the driver, he was an Indian driver,
Of
and he
course.
was looking in his rearview mirror, looking at me, and I just checked this guy looking at me, and I'm like, just hoping he's taking me to my destination in Manhattan, right?
Yeah.
He's looking at me, and he says to me, "Hey, do you know who you look like?" He says, I said, "Who?" He says, "AB de Villiers." So I said, "Yeah, no, I am AB de Villiers." So he's like, so look, he's from India and he loves cricket, and AB is obviously a god there, you know.
A legend,
So,
man. Yeah.
so I convinced this guy that I was AB de Villiers, and I got a free taxi ride. I even showed him my. I said, "Look, I'm even South African." I didn't open it. I said, "Look, it's the green passport. Look, it says South Africa." And then he was convinced. AB South Africa. He says, same thing happened to me in Dubai as well. A guy thought I was AB de Villiers. I told him I was. Shame. I even signed. I signed a piece of paper with him as AB. And
Listen.
I actually told AB that story.
Yeah.
And AB has a similar story where somebody thought it was me.
Yeah.
So I said to him, well, listen, this is the deal. If anybody stops you and asks you, are you Darren, then you sound Darren, and I'll do the same if it's asked me if I'm AB, I sound AB de Villiers.
That's brilliant, because you must tune AB. Listen, but AB is stealing your looks here.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I'm older than AB, so AB de Villiers looks like me.
Okay, yeah.
So is the question rather, was your dad fooling around?
Maybe with AB's mom, I don't know.
You see, maybe.
Maybe we even related. You never know.
You never know. You can check your DNA with all these COVID-19 tests. I'm sure there's some blood work that's going to come out there.
Oh, you know what? Let me tell you. I did one of these DNA tests. You know these? They were all the rage for a little while.
Yes.
You can track where your heritage going back right to day one. You know?
Yeah.
So I did it, and they send it away, and it takes like 3 months to come back, and you get this huge, like, scientific report.
Yeah.
You know where they said I'm majority from?
Yeah, where?
Russia.
You're Russian.
And then the second part, the second most in my DNA, Iraq.
Oh. Well, you know what? I think everybody wants to know, because somehow this always works in it. How black are you? Everybody's got some black in them. I know full-blood Russians that have got like 3%, I don't know, African in them.
You know, well, that's the thing, is we just a total mix of everything.
Yes.
We all a bit of everything. And I mean, I know Whitey is also a little bit of a wild boar as well. He's got half kudu in there as well. Giraffe, bit maybe.
Yeah, it's definitely.
We're all a mix, man.
He's a ginger off, bro.
There you go. Ginger off. That's my nickname. Yeah. Anyway, to get back to the fans' questions, because the questions are coming in thick and we want them to ask. It's the show for them. So this is a question from Yaku. Oh, Yaku. Oh, he's a naughty guy. Yaki, how's it, Darren? If you could single out one prank call from the other, which was your favorite and funniest? Now, I also had that question lined up, but there you go. We'll give it to you, Yaki. What is your funniest prank you've ever done?
Oh, hoe gaan het, Yaku? Yeah, listen, I get this question a lot, and I've done 1,500 pranks.
Bliksem.
And I could probably give you my top 100. There's too many. It depends on my mood, depends on my moment. But I'll tell you the one that's gone the most viral. There's a lot that have gone very viral, but the one that's gone the most viral. And this thing is sitting on about 600 million views.
Sure.
600 million views, and that was the BMW one. When I had race mode and night mode, day mode, and race mode.
You know, I've got that prank ready. I actually did some research, but I know for a fact, and I actually had it open here. If you quickly want to see, it was ready. There it was. I had it ready because I wanted to talk about it later on in the show. That had to be probably one of the best. Now, and I think a lot of people will agree that was probably one of the funniest. But one that stood out for me, really, that was extremely funny, was the Telkom guy. Remember that Telkom guy, Mr. Something September?
Oh, yes. You
find the guy and you said you're Sipo, whatever, from Telkom. And the first thing he said wasn't hello or something. It's like, fuck, Sipo, what the fuck? He started swearing immediately.
Yeah.
If I may, Darren, I just want to play that snippet for a second quickly.
No, don't. I hate hearing my stuff. Don't play it. Don't play it. You can get it later. I can't hear myself. You don't understand. I can't hear myself.
All right. I'll leave it out. But for me, that was one of the funniest pranks because he said at the end of the prank that he almost had a heart attack. He kept on swearing because you kept on putting him through to Kalula and DSTV and wherever it was.
All over the world, yeah.
Yes, and he got so upset. He was probably one of the most upset people I've ever. If you had the guys from the south that would say, "Hey, but I'm gonna fuck you up" and shit, but this guy was like genuinely upset. He can't do anything about it, but it was so funny for me. It really was.
That was also quite a long one. You know, you find the shorter ones because they're easier to distribute. Those are the ones that go viral. And the BMW one was only like 2 minutes, and that thing was actually that's gone all around the world. I got a message from a mate of mine in the UK just a couple of days ago, and he said this thing is going viral in the UK for the second time. That's a big prank. And the thing is, what really blew it up was in the USA they've got the equivalent to Top Gear. It's also called Top Gear, but different presenters. It's not the British dudes.
Yes.
And they played it on their TV show.
Holy shit!
And from there, it just went. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's the one with Tanner Faust and Rutledge Wood and those guys.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know who's on it, but yeah, I believe you.
Yeah.
Yes, look at this, lad. Look at this. Look at this.
My boot, you are braaiing like a champ. Look at this, okay? Not bad for a Russian, dude. Not bad for a Russian, huh?
Not bad for a Russian, huh?
Half Russian, half Iraqian. Huh?
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
Yeah, you bloody terrorist. Anyways. Yeah, we've got somebody from Stilbaai, Christaki. Remember seeing you at Carnival City with Whitey and Troy, and all you said was, "Waar the fuck is waar the fuck is Stilbaai?"
Yeah, no, yeah. I know where it is now. I'm in the Western Cape.
Yeah, you finally know where it is now. Yes, we had a lot of fun back in the day at Whackhead's Comedy Club at Carnival City. Yeah, that was a good place. We had fun. It lasted for what almost 2 years, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, and then I moved to Cape Town.
Yeah, after after the fun we had then, and then the place just died. It just went downhill because it was just never the same. Whackhead in Cape Town. Up to Joburg. Oh, yes, it was a bit difficult.
Yeah, it was commuting every week. It was killing me, so I just couldn't. And if you're not there, it's
Yeah, plus in the East, if you carry on going to a place, once you lose more than 3 teeth, you don't want to go to the same place anymore. I can understand. Huh?
Yeah, and remember that one night when you were emceeing the night, and I'm standing in the sound booth, and I'm like, where are you? And you phone me, and you're like, what? I just broke down like 10 minutes away from Carnival City. I'm like, fuck. So I ran up to, I think it was Al Projects. He was just going to do a comedy set, and I asked him, please handle the MC work for us. I'll be back. And I raced there, and you were sitting in a brand new Audi, what was it that I linked you? It was a
Q5,
Yeah. And there, I'm trying to look at the car, and like it said, like 33 kilometers. I'm like, how the fuck does a car with 33 kilometers not start? And we in Brakpan. I'm like, we're gonna die here.
No, what happened was, what we found out later is I'd hit something on the freeway, and it went straight through the petrol tank. So all the fuel drained out.
Jeez, like.
See, that will never happen in a Honda, you check.
Yeah. Because Adi still phoned me after they looked at the car. They said, my man, is somebody trying to kill you? Because it looks like somebody sabotaged this car. They've blown up the petrol tank. So I'm like, no. I thought I hit something.
Yeah, it's one of those pranks that went south. Right? One of those I took it to heart. They're like, fuck it, I'll get you, Darren. I'll tell you, boo.
Tell me about it.
Yes.
Let's get back to the questions because we're running out of time. And Nikki would like to know, so how was being slimed at the Nickelodeon Fest at Silver Star really like? Did you enjoy getting slimed?
Yeah, I did. But, it was more of an honor than anything else because I was the first person in the whole of Africa to get slimed.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
Which is a big thing for the kids, you know.
Yeah.
And that goo is terrible, and it was in the middle of winter, and it was ice cold.
Well,
And
now you know how
and
you
it's really close.
now you know how your cockeyes felt that day after the Sambuca, because now you had some green cock over here too.
Actually, exact same, yeah, 100%, Chris.
Yeah. Here's another one. The guy, Boss Bling, how's it, bud? Thanks for joining us again tonight. And I see everything is in capital letters. I'm not sure if he's screaming the question at you or what. But was catching Leon Schuster a highlight in your career?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that was Leon's business. You know, he made all of this stuff famous, and he's the king. He's the god. He's the god of pranks. So to get him, it was bittersweet, I guess, because I'd never thought I'd get him, but I did. But lovely man. When we became very good friends after that, and we were actually going to do a TV show together. But then I moved to Cape Town. So
okay, all right. Well, there you have it. There. The next one here is from Bonita. This is not the question. Tell Darren his wife's cupboards look amazing. Good job. So there you go.
Yeah, no, I built it myself in lockdown. I built it myself.
Great job, Darren.
Yeah, you must look on my Instagram. I made a proper walk-in closet for my wife.
Well, let's
happy wife, happy life, eh?
Let's check. That's the absolute truth. Let's check how far that hoendertjie is going. Let's have a look at the chicken.
Yeah. Let's see how the chicken is doing.
Yes.
Yeah. It's getting there.
And let me tell you guys, when this, when this is ready, I have to go. It comes off the brass straight into your mouth.
Yeah, no, and I'm sure you're pretty scroll already because the sun sets so late there.
Yeah.
Check here. I'll show you my secret basting, which is just throwing a whole bunch of stuff in the kitchen.
That's the best way. It's just throwing shit together and spreading it all over. That's the best way.
That's right. Yeah. So but that's lekker. Are you getting hungry? I wish you could smell it. It smells amazing.
Yeah, of course it does. I believe you. Warwick says my dream is to catch Darren.
Yeah, you know what? I'm just as catchable and gullible as the next person. The right situation, the right timing, anybody can get caught. A lot of people. My best is when people say to me, you'll never catch me. And then what do? I catch him, and what happens? I hit him twice as hard as the next person. Anybody is prankable. The timing.
Yes.
It's the timing, Papa. It's the timing.
So just to go on,
bring it on, Warwick.
So to go on with that question, how many people have actually tried to prank you?
No, lots. Because I can't. For instance, if I go buy a bed, and the bed takes 2 days to deliver or whatever, so they have to take my number, and then what they will do is they will phone me and say, "Oh no, your bed is burning on the freeway," and I know what they're doing, and I love it.
Yeah.
And I'm going, okay. I know it's not, but well played.
Yeah, well played. Bring me my bloody bed, you freak.
Just bring it, man.
Yeah,
I'm sleeping on the floor here.
Yeah.
Just don't mind me. I'm just putting on the basting here. Check us out, guys.
Well, let's have a look.
It's part of our interviews. People play music, you braai, whatever. Let's go.
Yeah, it's real life, my man. It's real life.
Yeah. And check us out. He's a Picasso with that brush, but.
Check it, guys. Check it, man. Yeah, it's like.
Yeah, no, that's coming along nicely.
You know what? You haven't lost any Joburg in you, my brother. You still going a lekker vleisie there. I'm very proud of you.
Yeah, but I tell you, these Cape Town, these Oaks, braai'ing, they know what they're doing, eh?
Absolutely.
They're doing. Yeah. So
listen, here's a good question before you take your food off. What is your biggest regret that we got?
The biggest regret.
Remember
that girlfriend you were talking about in the beginning?
the Psycho Blonde.
Psycho Cindy.
Yes. I stuck around too long there. I stuck around way too long.
Dude, if I go find my old cell phone, my old Nokia cell phone, I think there's a picture where you and her was with one of the people at one of the shows in Pretoria. And if I find it, I'll send it to you.
No, don't.
I won't show Sammy.
No, don't. Why you want to scare me, Whitey? Why you don't do that, bro?
I just want to remind you of Psycho Cindy.
But I don't want to remember. I don't want to remember.
You brought it up. You could have said your biggest regret was eating that hot dog that fell on the floor last night. But you had to bring that up.
Yeah, but then I'd be lying, and you know me. I only tell the truth.
You're like a speed cop, bro. They never lie.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm just gonna go inside and make sure my wedges are cooking. Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Challenge accepted, Mr. Darren. Thanks for this and enjoy your supper. God bless. He reckons he's gonna go for it and try and catch you. Huh?
Well, tell him his brother. One of the best boxers we've ever had. He's got my number. Chris van Heerden. Chris the Heat van Heerden.
Yes.
Tell him he's got my number.
Daar's hy Warwick, jy het gehoor wat Darren gesê het. Bel jou boetie en organise dit. As jy hulp van my nodig het, jy het my nommer, bel my ook. Let's set this up.
Well, let's have a look at those wedges, man. We need a close up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just put them on a little bit of to time it with a chicken, so I stopped them, but now I'm restarting them.
Oh, yeah.
Looks good, eh? Not bad for Engelsman, eh?
My boot, I will come braai with you any day, and I'm hardcore Dutchie. I will come. I'll just bring the brandewyn. For you, I'll bring you a carton of smokes or something. Bliksem.
Legend.
Or lekker cigar.
This is good. No, I can't do cigars. I'll smoke your pipe.
Lekker. Okay, I'll put some special pipe tobacco in there for you.
What is it? That wacky tobacco?
Wacky backy, bro.
Yeah. The giggle twig.
Giggle twig, and it's almost like completely legalized now.
Yeah, what do you need? You just need a medical certificate.
Nah, fuck, you just need to not get caught.
Pass and hide. Pass and duck.
No, that's brilliant. That's brilliant.
So, what else you want to ask me?
Yeah, people wanted to. Sorry, I was choking there for a bit. People wanted to know how you got into radio. What made you go into radio now? Tell us where it started way back at Capital. Tell us quickly about one of your achievements you've got from there. You know which one I'm talking about your age and South African radio. Start there. And why did you?
Oh yeah. Well, look, I'll give you the real answer why I got into radio is because I wanted to actually study law. I wanted to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
And then two things happened there. I realized that it was 7 years of studying, which I didn't want to do. And then I also realized it was quite expensive and my folks couldn't afford to send me to university. So I thought I need another plan, yeah?
Yeah.
And then I was listening to the radio the one Saturday morning. I was in about Standard 9. And I was like, hey, this sounds like a cool job. And it was a guy called Tony Morrell on the Radio 5 at the time.
Yes.
And I thought, yeah, that's what I want to do. And then I looked around Durban radio stations and Capital Radio. There it comes up. And I just went and I hung out there. And I hung out every day. I'd skip school and I'd go and hang out there. And then they in the foyer, watch the DJs come in and out all the time. And then got to know them. And then eventually I got invited into the studio. And that was where it all began. And then, worked my way in.
Well, thank God 16, you did that. Yeah.
At 16, it was right place, right time. The guy didn't rock up and they said, can you do the show? I was like, yeah, I'm in. It was graveyard, Sunday morning, 2 to 6 a.m.
Luxem.
And then I did that. And but I was cuck. I was terrible. I was like horrible.
You're talking cuck, but you were amazing from the word go.
And then I got better, and then they gave me the graveyard show Monday to Friday, 1 to 4 in the morning, and that was in my matric year.
Sure.
So I was doing that and then going to school. So I was 16. So yeah, I hold the record as the youngest commercial radio DJ in South African history.
Sure, and that record still stands today, am I right?
Yeah. I don't think that'll ever be beaten because there's other avenues for people to do radio now. There's supermarket radio, there's community radio, but this is commercial radio that I'm talking about. This is like the big radio stations.
Yeah, and especially how commercialized it became, and as a proper big gigantic businesses like Prime Media and so on. I don't think it will ever be broken. The 16-year-old, they just won't accept somebody like that, especially with education and everything these days. Can't do that.
No, it will never happen. So that's one that they can't take away from me.
That's brilliant.
And you know what? I think I've got to speak for the whole public. Thank you for going into that studio, because we know there's so many talented. Like there's 5 really talented DJs that I can remember from like Springbok Radio all the way to today, and you are the sound of the new guys, and. I think I just want to say thank you from the whole public that you never stayed away from that, because you have blessed us with gifts. I can remember every time going to work and shit and listening to your show in the morning. You've brightened up so many cuck days for me. Thank you.
Chris, that's very kind of you, man. I really appreciate those words, man. It really means a lot. No, I don't get tired of hearing that, because that's at the end of the day to be a bit philosophical. Yeah, that's why we do it. You know what I mean? I've never been the one that wants the glamour side of it. I just dig doing it, man, and it's just fun and making people's lives a little bit better. That's what I do it for. So thank you. I appreciate that.
Keep doing it, because I'm sure you've got loads in your tank still. You are still just warming up, but this is you haven't peaked yet.
Yeah. No, I'm still getting going, still learning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Still learning.
That one that stands out for me a lot, Darren. You're gonna enjoy this one, guys. You remember back in the day on the Rude Awakening with your little game mobile, that what was it, the Peugeot 206, the convertible one.
Yes.
You remember?
Yes.
And they just introduced that line. What was that line called? Like the Americans have, where you have to have 2 or 3 people.
It was called the HOV lane. It was the high occupancy vehicle lane that they tried to bring in.
Yes.
And
but it didn't work.
Of course, it didn't work. It's South Africa. But anyways, tell the people what you did to test your theory of the high occupancy lane. What did you put in your car, or who did you put in your car, and what happened? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So basically, the law stated that you needed to have 3 people in your car, and then you could effectively drive in the fast lane of the freeway.
Yeah.
And so you would have like a clear route. So you needed 3 people, high occupancy vehicle.
Yeah.
So I was in this little drop top.
Yeah.
And I went and I bought 2 blow-up dolls, and I strapped them in. And I drove down the freeway. Oh, the looks, man, it was so funny. I wish I could have captured all those looks, but the cops, and then you go past the cops, because there was a day when they were piloting this, so they had a lot of cops on the freeway, and if they saw you had one person in the car, they would shift you over.
Yeah.
And by the time that I'd gone past, they would see 3 heads, but then by the time I'd gone past, they realized it's 3 blow-up dolls. And then it was too late, and it was funny because their reaction was like, a blow-up doll, it always looks very surprised, eh?
Yeah, exactly.
So the guy must have thought, what is this like doing in this car? So that was fun, man.
The happiest car on earth. Everybody thinks that's brilliant. That's brilliant.
And I made front page of the newspaper. So job was done.
Lekker, man.
I was actually trying to look and find that picture today, but I struggled to find it. But you know what? I just remember that story from all the stuff. We've got so many stories you and I can talk about, some of the stuff we can do, and we did. But we won't get into it now because we've basically run out of time. But just to get back to what you said just now, I read Chris's comment here. Check it out quickly. I will never forget. I asked you how you handle all your fans bothering you, and your reply was, "Without them, I'm nothing." Now, I think that emphasizes what you and Chris said. It is like saying yes to this interview, knowing it's not going to be as gigantic as a Prime Media thing or your comedy at the Apollo stuff. The stuff that I've been part of you in your career and everything. It just shows you the humbleness in what you're doing here for the few of our fans and our startup career with this live channels and stuff on SA Bros and so on. So from my side, I just want to say a big thank you, and I know Chris will do exactly the same. That you came out while you're cooking dinner to be on this plucky little. I think you at one stage used the word little radio.
Dude, I think it's fun.
Channel.
I think it's great, and you know what? I'll give you context as well. You know, when I started, I needed somebody to give me a chance. So I'm there to give everybody coming up a chance. Yeah, anybody, because somebody did it for me, and that's what I'll never forget. So
yeah, exactly.
It's my pleasure.
And with the current situation, you know what my business is. I used to manage a DJ. I own clubs and everything, but with this lockdown, it's put a lot of strain and uncertainty into my life and to Chris's life being a live musician. So we have to try different channels, and who knows, maybe in 10 years we interview you again with 100,000 viewers. So we take it day by day, and I just want to say from my side a big thank you, and I think a lot of all our fans would say a big thank you as well that you joined us tonight live from Cape Town. It was absolutely amazing. It really is.
It's my pleasure, guys. It's my pleasure. Don't forget about me when you've got millions of fans. All right.
We will not forget about you. You know what? We've been blessed this week. Absolutely, we've got the coolest lineup of some of the coolest sports guys and TV personalities and musicians. But you've been my highlight this week, man. I've had such a lack of luck with you. And I think everybody that's watching this is going to agree with us. You're one of the coolest guys out there. Keep doing what you're doing. We will love you forever. You've got all our support from each one of us. And I know we can't wait to listen to your voice every day for the rest of our lives. And thank you for making everything better. You can always bring a comedic edge to like a cuck situation. And and even with this COVID and shot, man, and we won't keep you too long because we know that chicken is we don't want that chicken to dry out. Yeah, that your vegetables.
Look, I'm for brandies or no.
No, just for a bit more basting and get that chicken off, my brother.
Yeah, brother, I gotta take it down. But thanks, guys. All the best to your show, man, and be safe in lockdown, man. Appreciate it.
You too, Darren, and thank you for being a hero and staying inside your house.
Awesome.
I'm just a dude, man. I'm just a dude doing my part. Lekker, guys.
Thanks, my brother. Cheers, man.
Cheers, man.
Bye.
Yo, Chris, how was that interview?
Wow. What a lekker bro, man. Fucking had such a lekker care with him. And once again, dude, it just goes to show all these guys are just like us. They all have normal lives. And who lekker braai, bro. Fucking, I could listen to him. Dude, I can't wait till he's back in Josie and we're going to have a braai. Or unless we go down to Cape Town, we're going to have a braai with Darren.
Yeah, and I will take you with. Guys, before we go on and talking and so on, please remember, from here, we are going to Twitch. Chris and myself are going to be DJing live on Twitch TV. There we go. Yes. We know you guys love our music. We unfortunately can't play our music on YouTube or Facebook. This broadcast will continue. But I'm just going to switch off Facebook and YouTube and move over to Twitch. And the handle is Twitch TV SA Bros. As simple as that, guys. If you check it here on the banner underneath the video, there it says Twitch, www.twitch.tv/SA_bros. As simple as that. We want to party with you guys. You can gooi requests and whatever, and we want to just joel and have some fun.
And,
so, guys.
Whitey, just before we even disappear off these platforms, we haven't done one thing tonight that we normally do.
Tell me, what is that? Genade, guys.
It is Friday night.
It is absolutely Friday night. There's 'n slukkie. Nou, jy kan nie sê slukkie en dan jou drank neersit nie. Wat is fout met jou?
Nee, slukkie. Away, massa kinders.
Nou, Warwick, luister, gaan op Twitch. Gaan luister ons daar. Pelle, we are not done yet. Like our Facebook page, like our Twitter account, subscribe
and our
to
YouTube account.
Yeah, subscribe to our YouTube account and go to Twitch and like it there as well. Ja, ek kan nie praat nie. Ek drink Johnny Black Label. Hy loop oor my pel. Hy loop heeltemal oor my.
And once again, dude, I must say thanks to Darren. Sorry, what did you say?
Oh, there's a guy asking, can we get Twitch in the USA? I think it was invented there, Bradley. So just Twitch TV, twitch.tv/SA_bros. As simple as that. So we are going to move over to that side. Just follow. There we go. Just there. Follow it. You see it's moving across our screen. Just check it out. Anyway, so guys, catch us there. I'm going to switch. There we go. Let's switch.
Don't switch yet. We still need to do outro. But once again, thank you, Darren, for a phenomenal show. I know Whitey feels a bietjie hartversteurd nou, want sy braas nie nou hier so saam met ons nie. But we freaking, wat 'n lekker chat. En ek weet jy en Darren is dik pelle, Whitey.
Yes.
Wow, what an amazing dude, man. And we'll be back next week with the kick-ass interviews. We've got even more cool guys coming on. And I think Whitey will elaborate about this.
Yesterday, Monday, guys, please diarize this. Fani de Villiers. Vinnige Fani de Villiers.
That man is...
Hy's fucking vinnig. Baie vinnig. Hoe vinnig is hy? Fucking vinnig. Guys, Vinnige Fani is 'n fucking legende in Suid-Afrikaanse cricket. Bowler extraordinaire. En hy is een van die snaakste mense wat jy ooit sal ontmoet. So asseblief, maandag aand 7:00 Fani de Villiers op ons YouTube channel en op ons Facebook page. So kom en join ons. Kom ons hou op kakpraat. Dit is 8:00. Let's cross over.
Massa kinders, look after yourselves. Be safe.
So van die SA Bros is dit nou bye en dan is DJ Whitey en DJ Chris. Here we go.
Well, goodbye everybody from SA Bros.